Okay, theorem statement. What is theorem statement? Any two disjoint left or right quotients of a subgroup are either disjoint or identical. Any two disjoint. What is disjoint? Disjoint means not must be equal. Not both are equal. So you have to take two different cosets. What are they? Left or right? So we have to prove both. So case 1 left cosets, case 2 right cosets. I am proving. Okay. Next, of a subgroup are either disjoint or identical. Here also disjoint means not both equal. So both are different. Identical means both must be equal. Understand, students? What the statement contains? If you have taken any two cosets, must be disjoint. The answer must be disjoint may be equal, whatever it may be. But you have to take disjoint cosets. What are they? Left or right? So, whatever it may be, left or right, anything. Okay? So, first I am going to prove left cosets. Next I am prove right cosets. Okay? So, case 1. Case 1. Okay? Let small a into capital H comma small b into capital H. What are these? Left cosets. Left cosets. Left cosets. Okay, I am taking first left cosets. I am proving. Okay, so what are these in this joint? Left cosets. Left cosets disjoint. That is AH intersection BH is equal to 5. Okay, friends? That is AH intersection BH is equal to 5. Why did you write 5? Why 5? Because both are disjoint. Join means meet. Disjoint means separate. So any separate means you observe any common points? No. So disjoint means both are different. Joint means both are same. So disjoint means there is no common point. That's why you can simply write in sets as 5, not pi. 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. So AH intersection BH is equal to 5. Any doubt, friends? Okay. Now what we have to prove? Climb. AH intersection BH is equal to 5 means disjoint or identical means AH is equal to. Okay, we have to prove AH intersection BH is equal to 5 or AH is equal to BH. Whatever it may be, we have to prove 1. So if AH intersection BH is equal to 5, then there is nothing to prove. So if AH intersection BH is equal to 5, then the theorem is proved. So there is nothing to prove. Then there is nothing to prove. Then there is nothing to prove. Because we have to prove only 1. So if you prove this, so there is no need to prove this. Okay, so that's why we are taking. So let AH intersection BH is not equal to 5. Understand, students? So I am proving we have to prove is equal to 5 or equal. So I am taking not equal to 5. Now we have to prove AH is equal to BH. So it is enough to show AH is equal to BH. Okay, no, it is enough to show AH is equal to BH. Since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5, what is Not equal to 5 means this is non-empty set. Non-empty means it contains at least one element. So, whatever it may be. So, since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5. Since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5, since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5, then there exists at least one element like small c. Okay? Such that small c belongs to AH intersection BH. Since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5, then there exists at least one element small c such that small c belongs to AH intersection BH. Okay friends, small c belongs to AH intersection BH. Here what is intersection means? Intersection means and. So common points. So small c belongs to AH. So small c belongs to AH and small c belongs to BH. Any doubt? Okay. So I am removing belongs to. Okay, now belongs to means set is equal to means elements. So A into capital H means small h. And small c is equal to small b means small b, capital H means small h. For all small h belongs to capital H. So here what you observe? Small c is equal to AH and small c equal to BH. So both left sides are equal. So there must be right sides also equal. So what is right side? AH. What is here right side? BH. That is AH is equal to BH. So that is AH is equal to BH. So both left cosets are equal. Both left cosets are equal. So first taken, see once first the theorem statement containing two disjoint left or right cosets. So I am proving first left cosets. Okay. So take two left cosets. What are these? Disjoint left cosets. Take disjoint means there is no common point. So intersection equal to 5. Okay. Now what we have to prove, claim whether either disjoint or identical. Disjoint means both are equal to 5 or both must be different. Identical means both must be equal. So if we take AH intersection BH is equal to 5, then there is nothing to prove. So that's why I have taken not equal to 5. So now we must be prove AH is equal to BH. So AH equal to BH. So since AH intersection BH is not equal to 5, there exists at least one element. So at least one element. What is that? I have taken small c. If you are not interested to take small c, you can take your surname. So your surname, for example, my surname small b. Small b belongs to AH intersection BH. So here belongs to means both are and. So here small c belongs to AH intersection BH means small c belongs to AH and small c belongs to BH. Next, I am removing belongs to. Then we can take simply small a c is equal to small a into capital H and small c belongs to is equal to BH. If you have any doubt, we can write small c into capital H is equal to small a h. Small c into capital H is equal to small bh also. Okay? If you have no doubt, you can write previously or this side, this type. So CH is equal to AH, CH equal to BH. then must be H is equal to BH. So this is left side, left coset proof. So now we have to prove right coset case 2. Suppose capital H son into small a comma capital H into small b are two disjoint right cosets. Okay, now I am taking disjoint right cosets. That is disjoint means both must be different. So different means there is no common point. So no common point means it will be represented as empty set 5. So understand students? First observe what we have taken. Suppose HA comma HB. Why you have taken this? Because these are right cosets. Why you can write 5? Because these two are disjoint. Okay friends, next climb. Climb means to prove. Climb means what we have to prove. What we have to prove? HA intersection HB is equal to 5 or HA is equal to HB. Okay? If we take HA intersection HB is equal to 5, then there is nothing to prove. So I am taking HA intersection HB is not equal to 5 and then we must prove HA is equal to HB. Okay? Next. Suppose HA intersection HB is equal to 5, then there is nothing to prove. Why, sir? Because we have to prove only one, not both. Okay, R means any one. So if we take this, now we have no need to prove this. HA equal HB. So that's why if we take is 5, then there is nothing to prove. So let So that's why we are taking HA intersection HB is not equal to 5. Not this is conclusion method, friends. This is only taking only. HA intersection HB is not equal to 5. Then we have to prove. Now we have to prove HA is equal to HB. Okay, friends. Now we have to prove HA is equal to HB. How can we prove? See once. Since HA intersection HB is not equal to 5. Not equal to 5 means it is not an empty set. For example, in our classroom, nobody there. So why? So we can lock this. So you say there is empty rooms are. If anybody there, can you lock? No, you can't lock because there exist at least 1 or 2 or 3 or section number 42, 52, many numbers. So since this is not equal to 5, there exists at least one element. Okay, at least one means not only one or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or anyway. Okay, so at least one means minimum one. Okay, so one or more than. So at least one element, small c at least. How it exists? In HA intersection HB. So where exists C? HA intersection HB. That is small c belongs to HA. Intersection means and small c belongs to HB. Small c belongs to HA and small c belongs to HB. Why did you write how? How did you write and why did you write and? Intersection represents or refers and. So, small c belongs to HA and small c belongs to HB. If I remove belongs to, then we can write small c is equal to HA. If you have any doubt, you can write simply HC is equal to HA. Any doubt? Next, and. Okay, friends, HC is equal to HA and HC is equal to HB. If you observe these two steps, both sides, left sides are equal. So both left sides are equal. So now we have to, you can prove right side also. You can write right sides are must be equal. That is HA is equal to HB. Right sides also equal. Therefore, case 2 is also proved. Okay, friends? What you have taken is case 2? Two right cosets. How right cosets? Disjoint right cosets. So I am taking HA comma HB are two disjoint right cosets. Okay? Next. Disjoint right cosets means there is no common point. So intersection is equal to 5. Climb means is equal to 5R. Both are disjoint are equal. Okay, disjoint means is equal to 5. R means R. Identical means both must be equal. So next I have taken, if suppose HA intersection HB is equal to 5, then there is nothing to prove because we have to prove only one case. Only one among these, between these two. Okay? So, if there is nothing to prove, That's why we have HA intersection HB is not equal to 5. I am taking. So, now I am going to prove HA is equal to HB. Okay, friends? Since this is not equal to 5, not equal to 5 means there is non-empty set. Non-empty means there is nobody in room. Non-empty means there are somebody in rooms, at least 1 or 2 or 3, etc. So at least one element must be exist. So I have written there exists at least an element, small c, such that small c belongs to HA intersection HB. That is, small c must be in HA and small c must be in HB. Okay, friends? Next, HC is equal to HA and HC is equal to HB. Okay? Next, both left sides are equal. So, both right sides must be equal. Now, we have to write conclusion. What is conclusion? Therefore, any two disjoint left or right cosets of subgroup are either disjoint or identical. Hence, the theorem. That is now reference. Note. You have to observe one note. What is A bar R? Not square bracket A. This is called step A bar. Step A. A bar or step A is equal to set of small x belongs to capital G such that small a is equivalent to A of mod capital H. Okay? A bar or close step A is equal to small x belongs to capital G such that small x is equivalent to A into A of mod H. This is a notation of A bar. A bar can be written as this. So now we are going to prove this theorem. What is theorem? Theorem contains let H comma dot be a subgroup of G means G is a group, H is a group with respect to multiple. For A belongs to G, A also must be in G. Let the equivalence class A bar also given. This A bar also given here. So now we have to prove A bar is equal to AH. A bar is equal to AH. We have to prove this. Okay, friends. So once again, G is, what is G? G is group. What is H? Subgroup. Where is H? In G. Okay. Next, where is this small a? In G. What is A bar? A bar is equal to X belongs to G such that X equivalent to A of more H. What you have to prove? A bar equal to A into H. Left to sequence. Okay. So first what you have to write? What is statement contains? Given okay, friends, given capital G is a group. Here it mentioned G is a group, H is a subgroup, and H comma dot is also a group, and A belongs to G. And A bar is equal to set of X belongs to G such that X equivalent to A of mod H. These all theorem contain steps. These 4 steps are theorem statement steps. Okay. Now what you have to prove? A bar is equal to AH. What is claim? A bar is equal to AH only. Okay. So how can you prove? So A bar equal to AH means you have to take an element in A bar and you have to prove that element contains in AH. Okay, friends. So first you have to take an element in A bar. And next you have to prove that element also contains in RHS AH. Okay, friends? Okay, I am erasing. Okay. Let small e belongs to capital G. That implies small e belongs to capital H. Why, sir? Why element in G and H? Because here E is an identity element. We already proved one theorem, that is group and subgroups contains only or unique identity element. So that's why we have taken small a in G, because G is a group. Because H is also a group, small e must be in H also. Okay. Now what is our claim? A bar is equal to AH. So we have to take an element in A bar left side and we have to prove that is in RHS. So take an element in LHS, means let small x belongs to A bar. Okay, small x belongs to A bar. Now you have to prove that x contains in AH. Right side also. Okay, friends. Now you have to prove take LHS and you have to prove RHS also. So that implies or if and only if. What is A bar? What is A bar mentioned here? Here A bar is equal to, or A bar definition is equal to set x belongs to G such that small x is equivalent to A of mod H. This is given definition. This is given definition. So let small x belongs to A bar if and only if x is equivalent to A of mod H. Any doubts? Okay. Next, I am multiplying with both sides A inverse. Then A inverse x belongs to only capital H. Okay? A inverse into x belongs to capital H. First I am taking small x belongs to A bar. Understand? What is A bar? A bar means A of mod H. So x is equivalent to A of mod H. If we multiply with both sides A inverse, are bringing A this side. So A inverse into X. Equivalent belongs to small h means here only capital H. Okay. Next, multiplying with A on both sides. So A into A inverse X belongs to AH. Why sir? Why you did right? Why you multiply with only left coset? Because we have to prove only left coset only. Okay friends? That's why I have multiplied only left side. So A into A inverse X belongs to AH. Next, find only A into A inverse means A into X belongs to AH. Okay? Why sir? Because my inverse property A into A inverse belongs must be in E. So because I have E's identity, we can simply write X belongs to AH. E means identity. So there is no need to write. So E into X means only X belongs to AH. Where you have taken X? A bar. Where you proved X? AH. Therefore, A bar is equal to AH. Hence the theorem. Okay friends? See once again. What is theorem contain? Theorem is given as first capital G is a group and capital H is a group and H subgroup with respect to dot and X belongs to G, A bar equal to X set X belongs to G such that X equal to A of mortgage. This is how theorem statement contains. Now what you have to prove? Claim A bar is equal to AH. Okay? A bar is equal to AH you have to prove. So that's why I am taking an element identity element. So how did we prove A bar equal to AH? So first you have to take an element in LHS and you have to prove that element is also contains in RHS. So I am taking an element in LHS means left side. So X belongs to A bar. If and only X A bar means what you have to write? X equal to equivalent to A of mortgage. So I am multiplying with both sides A inverse. So A inverse X belongs to H. Next, I am multiplying with both sides A. Why did you multiply with A? Because we have to prove left coset. So that's why we have multiplied here with small a left side only. Okay? So A into A inverse means identity element. So that's why you have write A into X. If you have any doubts, you write E is an identity. If you have any doubt, you can write E is an identity. So next, E into X means X. So X belongs to AH. Okay? Where is X? X is an element in A bar. Where you prove X? AH. So that means A bar is always equal to AH. That's why you have proved if and you have taken if and only if. So if and only if means A bar is equal to AH. So A bar is always equal to AH. Therefore, hence the theorem. This is we have proved. Okay, friends. So today our topic is over.